Hey y'all, welcome back to Jay's Journeys to Nails. And today I did what I thought was going to be a beach theme, but it just ended up looking like earth. So I guess the theme is gonna be down to earth or something like that. So what I'm doing now, I already had my nails prepped because they are a practice set. Tips are already on, so I just started laying acrylic. And I just used a little flosser to cut the acrylic diagonally across the nail. So what I'm doing is it's gonna be nude at the bottom, and then this watery earth looking marble going on. You'll see what I'm talking about. And usually I just use my straight scissors to do the cut, but I saw on Instagram or somewhere where somebody used floss or said they used floss, so I decided to try it out, and it worked really good. And I'm just going to repeat the steps that I just did on my middle finger. So when I'm doing this type of design, I start off with my bead towards the cuticle area, and then you'll see me pushing it up, not getting any on the skin, and then just brushing it down. I don't really care how it looks towards the end of the tip because it's getting cut off. And once I cut it off, I just go in and fill in as needed and just continue to perfect my cut with the floss. Now I'm going to go in with my 80 grit hand file and just file the cut, make it, crisp, make it a crisp cut, and then file on top of the nail because it did get a bit bulky when I started filling in. Now it's time to start the marbling process, and my colored acrylics are from JC Beauty Concepts. The blue is the color number 108. I don't remember what the green was, and it doesn't have it on the website, but it is in its Mosaics, I believe that's how you pronounce it, colored acrylic collection. And you'll see me adding a little white. The white is from Mia Secret. And when you are marbling with acrylic, you want to make sure your beads are very wet. I like mine dripping because usually when it's like that, you can just hold your finger down and it automatically start marbling on its own. In my opinion, there is no right or wrong way to do the marbling. You can lay the colors down in whatever order you want, however you want. Just make sure none of the acrylic gets on your client's skin or your own skin. And you just swirl it around in the way that you would like, and just repeat those steps until the nail is full or however you're doing your nail. And I'm a little extra, so I had to add some glitter in. Now growing up, I didn't like glitter. I didn't like all of this girly stuff. I always had my nails done, but I never was like into glitter and shimmery stuff. So now anytime I do a set, I'm adding glitter wherever I can, or glitter, bling, or whatever. And like I said earlier, it was supposed to be a beach theme, so the nude was supposed to be like sand, quote unquote sand, and I was gonna marble, and it was supposed to look like waves in the ocean. But then when I added that green in, it made it look like the globe. So I'm like, you know what, the thing gonna be down to earth. And in the back of my mind, I was really thinking that the other color would come out looking blue. I know the color is teal. I don't know, just for some reason I thought it was going to be blue, but it ended up coming together nicely, and I'm glad I was able to play it off at the same time. So I'm glad about that. But I'm just going to continue to marble basically on the tip of this nail and on the rest of the nails. On this ring finger, I don't think I added any green in. So that one still ended up kind of looking like water, but at the same time it didn't to me. Like, it's not how I had it in my head, put it like that. And as I always say, especially when working with wet acrylic, always remember to hold your finger down and let gravity do its work. That's, if anything, y'all gonna know that from me. Let gravity do your work, because it makes things much easier. And also remember to wipe the sides and keep the shape intact, nice and tight. I know y'all probably like, there she go adding glitter again. Yes, I am adding more glitter. I think I have glitter on every nail except for my pinky. And I don't have glitter on my middle finger either. But as you can see here, I did add foil pieces. So we always got to keep it a little bit of extra around here. And I'm using my IBD Brush On Resin to glue down those foil pieces on this set as well. Now that I'm done with all of the marbling and the glitter and foils, I'm going to encapsulate each nail using Mia's Secret clear acrylic. And starting off, I just apply my first bead towards the middle of the nail, mainly where you can see the nail tip on the nail bed. I start there and then work my way down towards the cuticle area. And before moving down, I recommend having or making sure that the first bead you applied is dry before applying the next bead, because if you do not do that, your nails will most likely be lumpy, and when it's more lumps, you will have to file more. So you want to always make sure that the first bead you apply is dry before applying the next bead. Now this next bead is what I like to call the cuticle bead. You don't apply it directly on the cuticle, but you apply it a little bit above it and then push down. That way none of the acrylic gets on the skin, and then you gently brush the acrylic down towards the free edge. And this helps build your apex. Your apex is the strength of the nail. I'm still working to perfect it. It's not 100% where I would like for it to be, but it's definitely come a long way. And I know I should have mentioned this way earlier, but I am using a cat's brush, size 12. On my last video, you can see my left hand is totally different from what I'm doing. It's the money nails. If you want to see that, I'll leave a link below. But anyways, I'm using a size 12, and I mentioned my other hand because on that hand, I used the size 16, and you can just look at it and see the difference in the two. It's really like a personal preference. I prefer to use the bigger brush, and some people prefer the small, but for this one I just wanted to see how things would come out using the smaller brush. And now I'm back again to get the shape crisp and to file all of the lumps out using my 8080 grit hand file. And y'all, do not judge how I was filing, because I did this hand using my non-dominant hand. So I'm using my left hand trying to file, and you can see me throwing up all kinds of gang signs trying to get these shapes together. On my middle finger and my ring finger, I was getting kind of paranoid. So you'll see me in a minute. You could kind of tell I kind of went into panic mode because it was so lumpy. Simply because I had the marble, then I had the nude, and I had the foil, and I had to encapsulate all of that, and it was like extremely bulky. So I was like, oh my god, let me file this some more. And but in the end, I ended up, getting this smooth like it needed to be. And I said that to say this: no matter how bulky your nails may be, you can file it down to perfection. Now, do I recommend you being careless with your application? Absolutely not, because you don't want to spend that much time filing, and it could hurt your wrist. So please make sure that your application is smooth as you can get it, and that way you don't have to file as much. Alright, y'all, it's time to use the e-file. So I'm going in with my tornado bit at 5,000 RPMs, I believe, and I'm starting off at the cuticle area to make sure there's no acrylic on the skin, and then I work my way down the body of the nail to smooth it out and get any bumps and lumps out. And throughout the e-filing process, you may see me stop and reach somewhere. I'm going to change the direction that the drill bit is spinning. I'm using my left hand, so I have to like adjust to the different ways that I have to drill. So the drill can go either to the right or to the left. So I think with this, I had to make sure it was spinning to the right in order to cut properly. And you can see here how bulky those nails were, my middle finger and my ring finger, but this tornado bit helped take down a lot of the bulk, and you'll see that in the end. Y'all see how long it's taking me to file this nail to get all the bulk out? That's why it's so important for your application to be smooth from the beginning. But I'm still a beginner, so welcome to my journey. All right, y'all, so now we're about to hit it with a top coat, gel top coat. You'll see me apply this on every finger, and then I'm going to sit it under my UV lamp for 60 seconds to cure. And here's the final look. I think they came out really good. Once again, the theme now is down to earth. That's what I'm going to use. And I do want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share. Any ideas you have, hit me up and I will get to it. Thank y'all so much. See you next time.